Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles. With a knowledgeable sales staff and an amazing service department, you'll drive away satisfied. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
Jeff Langman talking here today with the South Central Calhoun Boys Shuttle Hurdle Relay team. We're here at the Chelsea Henkenius Invite. We're going to start with Andrew Anderson, who started things off. Andrew, you look pretty sharp coming out of the blocks. I got the sense, though, you weren't real happy with yourself. How'd you feel out here today?
I think it was pretty good for our first outdoor meet. Coming out of the blocks, felt a little slow. It's actually pretty good conditions today, surprisingly. But other than that, I think I could have had a better block start that race.
Do you run pretty clean?
I'd say so, yeah.
Take me through the race, or did you feel like you got up to top speed?
I'd say probably the last couple hurdles is when I really picked it up. I got behind early, but then I ended up catching them at the end. So I'd say probably the 5th or 6th hurdle is kind of when I started picking it up.
How well did you know the guys that were going to be running against you here in that first leg?
I ran against this guy. He used to be at ESAC. He was in running for Sioux Central today, and I think I've ran against him last 3 years. So yeah, I know him pretty well. And then the other team I didn't really know anyone from, but yeah, it's fun competition.
What's the goal for you in this team this season?
I think just see slight improvements over the year. Hopefully get down to the low 1 range. I think we're sitting at like a 108 today. So hopefully get down to like a 102 by the end of the year would be awesome.
Now you said you had to clear a hurdle after you were done hurdling. How was that?
It was interesting. I was just running and then saw a hurdle in my lane, so I decided why not just jump right over it.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet. Let's move over now to Luke Patterson, who had the second leg here today. I think you told me first time you'd ever hurdled, and you kind of practiced them about 5 minutes before you went out today. So what was it like? What was the experience like for you?
I feel like I could definitely get faster out of the blocks and faster in between hurdles, but I don't think it was that bad for my first time. And it's really fun to get to spend time with these guys working.
What was it like kind of talking to these guys about maybe how to do it and the strategy?
I asked, when do I know when to go? And they said, Andrew will say go. So I just waited for that.
What was that first hurdle like? Were you a little nervous, or did you feel like you'd kind of calm down a little bit?
I was a little nervous heading up to it, and I jumped with the wrong foot. So that kind of threw me off for the whole race.
Were you able to get readjusted, or were you kind of on the wrong leg most of the race?
I 4-stepped the whole time, so I was alternating legs the whole time.
Okay.
Need to get down to that 3-step.
What are you planning on now that you've got some little experience? What are you going to plan on trying to work on, before the next meet?
Definitely getting down my start when Andrew says go, and then getting to that first hurdle quick and with the right leg.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us. Best luck. We'll probably see you Friday.
Yep, thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Hayden Stickrod, who ended up running the third leg today. Looked like you were pretty sharp out there. How'd you feel?
Nah, I felt good, but I was 3-stepping the whole time, which is definitely an improvement from last year. Get down to that last one, I 4-stepped it. I was not happy with myself, but it was definitely a good race.
What'd you do during the off season or here during practice to get yourself down to that 3-step?
Believe it or not, I just came in and I haven't 4-stepped once this season. That was the first time, so it was kind of a shame.
Take me through the start. How'd you feel coming out of the blocks?
Oh, I was feeling fast, and I've been feeling slow all day, so that was a good thing. Until towards the end, I seen the guy fall. I was about to laugh, so I started slowing down. I was like, oh no.
Is that what caused you to 4-step on that last one?
I think it might have been, but I don't want to blame it on that because I know there will be other times where I 4-step too.
How were you able to kind of readjust to close as strong as you could that last little bit after the final hurdle?
I was just telling myself, I'm not the last one. I got to finish strong. I got to get going for my last one.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here. Best luck the rest of the season. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
You bet. Let's move over to Derek Eigsti now, who ran the anchor leg here today. Darius, great job out here. How'd you feel out here today?
I felt good, like 7th grade years when I first started hurling, then 8th grade year I got injured. So I had to make a comeback, and this year I'm feeling good so far.
What kind of injury did you suffer, and what would you kind of do to get yourself, healthy and ready to go?
I kind of fractured my ankle really bad, and I rested it until I could hurdle again, and then ever since then I've just been working on it, trying to get it back up to how it was before.
Do you like hurdling? Is it one of your favorite things to do?
Yeah, I'd say it's my favorite event.
What is it about hurdling that you enjoy?
It's just that I can really put my skills to use in this event, most likely. I have some pretty good jumping abilities and sprinting abilities, and then it's kind of like a 2-in-1 deal, so I can really perform well in it.
How'd you feel about today?
I feel like it could have been better. I made a few mistakes, block start didn't feel too good. I felt like I was too stretched out, and I could have fixed that up. And then, I mean, at my peak, I'd say is like around the 4th hurdle. Then I started slowing down. Towards the end, I hit my knee in the end, and that kind of slowed me down a bit. So I was a bit discouraged about it. But things like this happen, so
Sounds like you found some things that you want to work on now for the next time.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here. I hear a lot about you and your athleticism, so looking forward to working with you and covering you here over the next few years.
Thank you.